You can read this to you.
Okay. We're on the record in cause number 315782. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Misty Moss. The court has before it a motion to revoke the unadjudicated probation of Miss Misty Moss. Now, Miss Moss, have you been before the court on your motion to revoke probation? Oh, it's your first time? Okay, now, Ms. Moss, this motion alleges, well, this motion states that, or alleges that you were tried in the county court at law number 2, Jefferson County, Texas, on April the 6th of 2018 for the offense of failure to identify. The court found that the evidence was sufficient beyond a reasonable doubt to support a finding of guilt for the above stated offense, but deferred adjudicating you guilty in accordance with Article 42.12 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, and you were placed on unadjudicated probation for a period of 1 year. The state on August 23rd of 2018 filed a motion to revoke your probation. Now, your probation was for 1 year. They filed a motion to revoke your probation. Now, in this motion, there are 2 allegations. The first allegation alleges that you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office as ordered by the court for the months of June 18, July 3rd of 2018, August 14 of 2018, in violation of condition number 4. Allegation 2 alleges that you failed to perform community service hours as required by the court in violation of condition 14 of your probation order. Now, let's see, this is a failure to identify. Let's see, Ms. Moss. You also have another case, and let's see, this case. The other case is cause number 315782, and in this case, you have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. And in this case, Ms. Moss, the motion states or alleges that you were tried in county court at law number 2 on the 6th day of April of 2018 for the offense of theft, which was a class B misdemeanor. And that the court found the evidence was sufficient beyond a reasonable doubt to support a finding of guilt for the above stated offense, but deferred adjudication of guilt in accordance with the provisions of Article 42.12 of Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. And the judge of said code places you on unadjudicated probation for a period of 1 year. Now, in this motion, the state has filed a motion to revoke your probation, and that motion was filed on August 23rd of 2018. And in this motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation, the state alleges that you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office as ordered by the court for the month of June of 2018 and July 3rd, that says 218, and August 14 of 2018 as directed in violation of condition 4 of the probation order. Allegation 2 alleged that you failed to pay court-assessed fees as ordered by the court, and as of August 14 of 2018, you were $240 in arrears in violation of condition 8 of your probation order. Allegation number 3, allege that you failed to perform community service hours as required by and as ordered by the court in violation of condition 14 of your probation order. Now, Ms. Moss, both of these cases are Class B misdemeanors. And if your probation is revoked, the state could sentence you up to 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Now, Ms. Moss, as a defendant in a criminal case, you have 3 options. And that's on the judge's explanations that's before you. Number 1, you may hire an attorney. Do you understand that option? You have to speak up.
Yes,
Chief.
sir.
Okay. Number 2, if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 3, you may represent yourself. Do you understand that option?
Yes, sir.
If you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire an attorney, the case will be reset to give you time to do so. If you want an attorney and do not have the money to hire one, you will need to fill out a financial questionnaire so that the proper person can determine whether or not to appoint an attorney to represent you. You may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Be aware that there are dangers to self-representation. Waiving your right to an attorney and representing yourself may result in a worse outcome for you and your case, including the loss of significant legal rights and opportunities relating to military service, possession of a firearm, housing and public benefits, child custody, immigration status for non-citizens, and employment. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you choose to proceed without an attorney, you may change your mind at any time and may request counsel from the court. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, at the bottom of this document, it states, defendant's choice. Mark initials next to only one choice. If your choice is, I want to reset this case to hire my own attorney, then you'll put your initials on line 1. If your choice is, I have hired an attorney whose name is, then you'll put your initials on line 2 and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to apply for court-appointed counsel, then you'll put your initials on the line to the left. If your choice is, I have a court-appointed attorney whose name is, then you'll put your initials on the fourth line to the left and the name of the attorney on the line to the right. If your choice is, I want to waive my right to an attorney and represent myself, then you'll put your initials on the fifth line to the left. Once you have finished initialing one of those lines, then you will sign at the bottom where it says defendant, and you'll put today's date, January 15th of 2021. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may make your choice.
So, sorry. I can't see what they want to do until I sign this.
You have to make a choice as if before you can represent yourself. If you look at paragraph number 5, it says you may not speak to the prosecutor about your case unless you sign a written waiver of your right to be represented by an attorney.
Your Honor, she has a felony as well, and so I wouldn't be able to make an offer.
Okay. Has she made? Okay, so she says that now you initialed on the line that says, I want to waive my right to an attorney to represent myself. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now there's a waiver. You can give her this waiver. There's a waiver that needs to be signed. I'll go over this waiver with you. And it states, waiver of counsel for purpose of entering a guilty plea or proceeding in the trial. I have been advised of the nature of the charges against me. and the dangers and disadvantages of self-representation. My waiver is voluntarily and intelligently made. I have been advised this 15th day of January of 2021 by the county court at law number 2 of my right to representation by counsel in the case pending against me. I have been further advised that if I am unable to afford counsel, one will be appointed for me free of charge. Understanding my right to have counsel appointed for me free of charge, if I am not financially able to employ counsel, I wish to waive that right and request the court to proceed with my case without an attorney being appointed for me. I hereby waive my right to counsel. And is that your choice? Now, you've already signed it. Okay. So at this time, okay. At this time, you are you representing yourself. I thank the Ms. Ramos.
Yes, Your Honor. I've been in contact with the prosecutor out at Judge Stevens' court. She has a felony case there. She doesn't have a court date for it. It's my understanding that his court was awaiting information about when you bonded out in a different county, and they needed to get that information entered in, and once they get that entered in, they'll get you a court date for that. And so I just asked that we reset maybe 30 days to see if she's got a court date on that, because I can't make any
Okay.
offers until the felony.
Okay. So your case is gonna be reset for 30 days to give them an opportunity to get a court date. And then what we typically do is we usually keep your misdemeanor and your felony case on the same day. So you won't have to come down here 2 different times.
Okay.
Okay? So you can get your reset from the coordinator over there in the corner, and then you'll be free to go.
Okay.
All right, have a good day.